Give you my heart.
Welcome back to another weekly vlog. I don't really know how to start this vlog because I'm trying to be quiet so that the boys don't wake up. I do want them to get up like soon, but I don't want them to wake up this very second because I'm trying to like get myself ready. I don't usually get like time to get ready by myself in the morning, so I'm just trying to like be quiet. But my new hire screen is today at the hospital for my new job. So I'm gonna go do that and take the boys over to my grandma's again. She's just the bomb with watching them. And then we have lots of cleaning to do today. I'm gonna do some cooking. Nathan goes back to boxing today because he was on vacation, so he missed over a week of boxing. And that's pretty much it for today. Not like super exciting or anything. But like we have a bunch of stuff going on later this week, and I'll bring you guys along for everything that we're gonna do. It took a little bit of like trial and error to find out exactly where I was supposed to go for this new hire screen, but I'm here finally, and it's only 9:48. I'm early, which is great. I really thought I was gonna be late because I'm like, I don't know where this place is. I was supposed to have gotten like an official offer letter in my email, and I think I talked about that in my last video. That email never came, and I reached out to the HR again, and she didn't get back to me, so I tried to reach out to my new manager at the office, and she was really helpful in trying to help me figure it out, but she's also super busy, and I was trying to figure all this out over the weekend before today came because it's Monday, and I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to get any help Monday morning, the day of, so I'm like, let me figure this out now. Well, I figured it out on my own. I ended up looking up a different number to contact the human resources department, and I got in touch with a different employee, not the person I was trying to speak to. I got in touch with someone else. He was able to pull up my offer letter. Thank you, shout out to you. And he gave me all the information and the address for where I was supposed to go. I am all done. It's starting to get hot out, so I'm gonna roll the windows down. I want to cover my little like identification numbers, but I got my badge. Yay! One at a time. Okay. Another one. Do one. Here. Yep. Last one. Okay. Now, Nathan, we have to do yours. Aim straight through the tablets. Here. What are you looking for?
I see.
Gotta pick something. There's all different kinds. We're home. We're finally home. Everybody had lunch. I went ahead and picked up Chick-fil-A just because I have to go do like my big grocery shopping this week, and we didn't really have like a lot of stuff for lunch, so got them some food. They ate. Everybody is having a quiet time while I try to get the house cleaned. I feel like lately I do like a big clean on Monday, and then it just kind of like progressively falls apart as the week goes on. With me like donating, taking the kids places, having to run all these different places for jobs and interviews and work, and just I've been so busy that I've actually been like neglecting the house stuff. And when we first moved in here, I would have the house like super clean all day, every day. Lately, I have been so bad about that. So I have about 2.5, almost 3 hours until my husband gets home. So I'm just gonna clean. I'm just gonna get as much clean as possible. I have some meat thawing for dinner, and that's what I'm gonna do. I also have to throw out the Monstera plant. I tried so hard to get that plant to revive itself, and I just didn't make it. So I have to throw the plant away, which is really, really sad. Good morning. I'm kind of just standing in the kitchen. I just made some coffee. Get my coffee here. It looks super light on camera. It's really not that light. There you go. I was gonna say it's almost the same color as me. It's not that light. I just finished up the last of my Stoke. I got the Starbucks brand yesterday because it was actually cheaper. Apparently Stoke went up to like $5.70, $5.79, and the Starbucks brand is $5.19. So I went with the cheaper one. So I got the Starbucks medium roast. So we'll see how that is. I probably won't drink any more coffee today than just this one cup. So I'll probably have to try the Starbucks tomorrow. I'm kind of cleaning, not really. There's laundry going. The kitchen's pretty clean. I just have to take out the trash in the recycling bin. Dining room will need to be cleaned after they're done eating. I'll probably like touch up the bedrooms, wipe down the bathroom. And then I have a doctor's appointment at 1:30 to kind of discuss like more in depth my health issues. I told you guys about like the high blood pressure and just some like other things like anxiety, just a lot of maybe cognitive, like mental things that I'm dealing with. And so we're gonna kind of like go over all that today. Every day I realize more and more that this house is not short person friendly. This is where we put all of the seasonings. And like, here's me reaching, like, this is me reaching like straight across from shoulder level. This is me reaching up a little bit. And this is me reaching up a little bit more. And this is me not being able to reach at all. And so I just had to take all of these out just to get to my everything bagel seasoning for my breakfast. So that is something that I think we're going to tackle today, is organizing this and maybe potentially putting it somewhere else. But the problem is all the cabinets are like the same. Like there's really nowhere else to put them. Laundry is going, trash and recycling have been taken out, and I swept all in here. I know it's hard to tell. Swept in the dining room. I didn't wipe down the bathroom, but I kind of cleaned it yesterday. I'm gonna wait until tomorrow because we're gonna be home for a good portion of the day. The people that are doing the gutters are coming tomorrow, so we have to be here from 12 to 4 because that's the window that they're expected to arrive in. So that's a big part of the afternoon that we just have to be at the house. So I think anything that I didn't clean today, like mopping, I didn't do that. I'll probably just get around to tomorrow. We'll be home for several hours, so I'll be able to get a lot done. Not stressing about it today. I think part of my problem is I stress about things that like really shouldn't be stressed over. The house looks pretty decent, and I think it looks a lot cleaner than a lot of other people's houses, so that's a win. Like I shouldn't let that like it looks pretty clean. Like most people would walk in here and be like, oh, your house is really clean. Now me, I'm super like observant and like hyper aware of things. So for me, I'm looking around and I'm like, oh my God, it's so messy. But it's really not. All done with the doctor. I wasn't in there for even an hour, which is great because I do have to work this evening. Boo. But we just kind of just went over not so much my blood pressure, but like my mood, the way I handle stress and anxiety, how I react and perceive situations. And I think we've kind of just come to the mutual understanding that I don't have like depression. I have extreme anxiety, like due to stressful situations now. Like most healthy, normal people react to stress a certain way, and I let stress put me into a full-on, like, my blood pressure is going up, I'm sweating, I feel anxious, my chest is getting tight, I'm having flutters in my chest. I'm letting it get to the point where it's putting strain on my body, and giving me essentially like a panic attack. And I didn't really want to be put on any more medication. I think that's why I've been like not really wanting to talk about this, not really wanting to go to the doctor, but it's starting to affect how I act towards my kids. Lately, little things set me off and I can't handle the stress and I get anxious and upset and I snap and I'm just not myself. And it goes for my relationships with family members. Even at work, I find myself getting anxious or worked up if there's like too many people around or too much going on. It's even affecting my marriage. I still consider myself to be newly married. We're going on 3 years in just a couple weeks here, and I'm having a hard time in my marriage too. Like, I just want to be completely honest. Like, I haven't been able to handle a lot of things in my life because of my mental health, and so I'm not gonna cry. I'm just I'm happy that, you know, he's so easy to talk to. He's a really good doctor. I love my doctor. I'm happy that we've come up with a plan to put me on like a low dosage of serotonin boosters, aka anxiety meds, which also treats depression, but he said this is more like a 60-40, so it's like 60% anxiety, 40% depression. There are other meds that are like reversed 60-40, where it handles more depression than anxiety. This is mostly for anxiety. It's to like essentially boost my serotonin levels, regulate my mood, help me not get so extreme feeling when I am in a situation that would work me up or make me angry or make me stressed or whatever. And yeah, I don't think I'll be able to go pick it up today. I'm running a little behind. I might if I hurry. We'll see. But yeah, I have a follow-up next month to kind of like talk to him and go over how I'm feeling on the meds and everything like that. But I'm gonna go get the boys. I'm just sitting here chatting a lot, and I need to get them home, and I need to get myself ready for work. At the doctor's again. I have the worst freaking luck. I think I'm gonna just change my name to the Queen of Misfortune and Poor Health, because it seems like one thing after another is just going on, you guys. So I went over to my grandma's to drop the boys off, and I was like, okay, I gotta get going. And she goes, man, your arm, it really is swollen. You can like physically, like, or not physically, but like you can visibly see that it's sticking out. And I was like, yeah. She goes, is that normal? Of course, I haven't had any immunizations or anything in quite a while, so I was like, I'm not sure. I was like, I don't have a fever or dizziness or shortness of breath, so I'm going to assume that it's probably okay. But she did kind of worry me a little bit, and I was like, well, I'll just call them and let them know. So I called the place that I got my new hire screen done at, and I told them, hey, it's very swollen, it's super hot to the touch, it's red, it's sore, it's itchy, all of that. She goes, okay. And I figured she would just be like, oh, that's normal, you're fine. She gets back on the phone and she's like, we need you to go to the occupational health center. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, we're gonna send something over, you just go on over there right now and get checked out. And I'm like, so I went over there. I'm fine. I got an ice pack for the swelling and some ibuprofen, and that's all they can do for me. So I pretty much didn't need to go, but they sent all my stuff over to them anyway to get looked at, because I guess it can be a serious thing. So I guess it's good that I got checked out, but like it just kind of threw off my plans for the day. I really wanted to go donate and have that money to put towards gas or Nathan's school supplies and clothes that I need to be getting this week and next week. So I'm just like, man, that really sucks. It's probably a little premature to be buying anything fall, but my package came. I've been really big on Facebook Marketplace because there's a lot of good sellers on there that sell either gently used or like brand new stuff for really, really cheap. And I just normally buy from actual stores for the kids, but for myself lately, I have really enjoyed Marketplace. And I kind of took a hiatus. Like I wasn't spending any money on anything for myself for a long time. And then just recently I was like, well, maybe I should get something for myself because I hadn't. So I ordered this sweater. So this particular sweater was actually a part of the Valentine's Day collection at Walmart, like was it last year? It might have been this past Valentine's Day, or it might have been last year. I can't remember. But they didn't have, like they were all out of this particular style and size, of course. And I was so sad because I thought this was so stinking cute. And so she was selling it online. It even still has the tag on it, which I don't know where it just went. But it even still has, oh, here it is. Yeah, it even still has the tag on it. Brand new, it's $15.98, and I bought this for $8. Completely brand new. She's never worn it. Well, at least she said she's never worn it. Yeah. I mean, and it looks pretty clean. Looks in like brand new condition. And I just wanted to start getting some new sweaters for fall because I went through and I packed away so many things to either sell myself or to donate. And if I remember today, I will show you guys kind of like what I'm deciding to keep and what I plan on getting rid of. So I've got dinner going. Some carrots, baby potatoes. And the meat looks a little weird, but I have a roast, and it has ranch seasoning and brown gravy on it. That's why it has all the weird colors on top. And then you just add some butter and the little pepperoncinis or whatever they're called, and it's super good. So that is for dinner, but I'm hungry right now. So I'm actually gonna cut up one or two of these little chicken sausages. And then I've already been cutting up some little baby potatoes. This is the rest of the potatoes from the little potato company. So I'm just cutting them up and adding them to the sausages. Hours ago, and the gutter people still aren't here. Some guy, I'm assuming from the company, came and was like, can I drop off some tools for my guys when they come? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. But they're still not here, and it's 3:10 and the window is from 12 to 4. So it looks like they're coming closer to 4 o'clock, which means I didn't even have to be here all day. Like that was the whole reason that like I was rushing around early this morning, was to be able to be here for the gutter people. But it's fine because dinner's going, house is clean, laundry's going. So there's at least that. That is a good thing. But still, I'm just like, why give someone a window if like you're like, they should have said between 2 and 4, or like that would have made more sense. But to say between 12 and 4, yeah. And since they're not even here yet and it's already going on 3:30, I'm assuming they're gonna be here probably for a while. I mean, I don't really know how long it's gonna take for everything, but I'm just making a guess. And so I'm kind of taking this time to relax. I'm gonna do some nails. This is probably gonna be my last manicure for a while, because if I do go with the healthcare job through Beacon, then I cannot have any type of nail polish, fake nails, anything. And my nails have to be like this short all the time. They can't be any longer than that. So yeah, I'm gonna do some nails and drink my coffee and maybe catch up on some YouTube videos.
There's just something about press-ons that's like so satisfying. Like, check out the claws. I'm probably gonna cut them down because I don't like long nails, but I'm obsessed with this color.
The gutter people rescheduled for 6 in the morning. They showed up at almost 4 o'clock. My husband was already here, and he was like, what is going on? And they showed up in a car with no ladder. They had no company vehicle, just two guys that looked very inexperienced and confused, and I was confused. My husband's outside, walking around the house, talking to the guy about everything. I'm just like, whatever. Because a guy came out. It's like 9 o'clock. He just came here to the house to go over everything and kind of apologize. I'm not sure why he came out and didn't just call, but yeah, someone's out there now talking to him. I think they're gonna try to come back on Friday, but it's just such a mess. It is 5 a.m. and I am so tired, but I'm up. The boys are up. So I guess I'll do a little story time. The people from the gutter place, they showed up yesterday at like 3:47, and it was just two guys in a car. They didn't have like a company vehicle or anything like that. And that initially confused me because I saw the car pull up and I'm like, who is that? And then the two guys got out, and they of course said they didn't have the ladder to do the job because supposedly an accurate description of the floors of the house wasn't specified. He's like, I didn't realize how high this house sat up, and he's like, they didn't tell me. Well, they left. They said they'd be back at 6 a.m. It's almost 5:30 now, and it's still pitch black outside. And I don't know. The whole thing is weird to me. Another guy, like I said, another guy came out last night, and we rescheduled for tomorrow between 12 and 1. But I find it really strange that the door was wide open, and thank God the boys are fine. Like I said, I went through the whole house. My husband went through the whole house before he even left. And I'm in the bedroom with a loaded gun right next to me. I have my phone on the charger. I'm like really freaked out. I'm so freaked out. We live in such a quiet neighborhood. I don't know. It's really weird because a couple weeks back, someone had went in my husband's car and taken all of his change out. I think he forgot to lock it. And like, this is a quiet neighborhood, but we are on a main road that is connected to tons of restaurants and hotels. A lot of people that are traveling stay in these hotels, and they're literally just minutes from our house. So I don't know if homeless people are wandering through neighborhoods looking to get into houses and cars. I don't know, but I know it's just been his car, and now our front door was wide open. We don't know anyone over here, so I don't really know what to make of it, but I just know I can't go back to sleep. And we found out the guys that were supposed to do the work for us, they are subcontractors. So the actual company, they're not like from that company. They're just some outside people that they hired to do the job. Because when the guy showed up last night to apologize on their behalf, he had 2 different sized ladders. He had all this equipment with him. Like, he looked like a contractor. Like, he knew what he was doing. Like, he looked like, I thought he was gonna come do the gutters, honestly. But it was 9 o'clock at night and it was starting to get dark, so that wouldn't have made sense. But I don't know. like I said, it's 5:30. It's completely black outside. Like, no indication that the sun is coming up. And now that I'm thinking about it, it's really bizarre that these two subcontractors wanted to come back at 6 a.m. when the sun won't be up by 6 a.m. I'm gonna say maybe 6:30 the sun will start coming up, but they said they would be here at 6. How would they do the gutters if it's completely dark outside? I mean, just think about that. I don't know. I'm really freaked out about the whole thing, and I'm so glad we're okay, but I'm definitely not going back to sleep. I'm gonna wait for 6 to come and go. I'm hoping these two guys don't show up. I'm hoping someone contacted them and told them not to come out today, because I don't know. It's so bizarre. The lack of communication today is appalling. So I told you guys that little story this morning of how they were supposed to come out. They were late, and then they wanted to come back early this morning, and it wasn't even light out, and we were like, no. Well, they still showed up this morning. The guys still showed up at 6 a.m., and I was like, I have to leave in like an hour. I cannot be here to pay you guys for the work. And of course, I'm not going to pay them until they're done, because I'm like, how do I know they're going to do it the right way, or they're doing everything that was written out for them to do, you know? So I was like, yeah, no. And then they were like, well, we have to call our boss. So they called their boss, and the boss explained the mix-up or whatever. And so they left, and we left. And then I kind of filled my husband in, because he was at work while all this was happening. So he didn't know that the guys had still showed up and everything like that. And so I kind of filled him in, and he was like, well, here's the number for the guy that I spoke to. He's like, I want you to call him. So I called this guy, Rob, this other contractor or installer or whatever, whoever he is. And he's like, I'm going to have one of my guys come out and do it. We were under the impression that someone was going to be coming out on Friday, tomorrow, between 12 and 1. When the guy talked to my husband last night, later in the evening, that's what the whole thing was supposed to be. This guy, Rob, he called this morning to say that his guys are going to be there at 9. It is 9:18. So there are people at our house working on our house, and I am not there, because I had my interview with the eye doctor, and then I have another interview at the Med Foundation at 10:30. I have no intentions of getting back to the house until probably noon. Now I'm stuck in a position where I might have to like speed to the house, talk to these guys or whatever, and then I don't know how this is all supposed to work, but I do think it's highly inconvenient, because what if I had like a daytime job, or like, and even though I don't have a daytime job, like I have interviews, I have to take the kids places, like I have things I have to do, and this is just a huge inconvenience for me, honestly. It is now 1:30, and the gutter people are still here. My grandma ended up changing her mind about wanting Nathan to spend the night, so I didn't have to worry about taking him back over there, because I told her, I was like, they're still here, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to drop him off before I go to work. She's like, that's fine. So I'm sitting here. I've just been sitting here. I haven't really cleaned or done anything, but honestly the house really isn't dirty. So I'm just kind of relaxing, which is something I'm not used to doing. Like, I'm kind of making myself relax since I work all night. I'm watching Mean Girls right now. And I was watching some Miley Cyrus movie earlier, but yep, still here. And I'm trying to be quiet because the guy is like literally right outside the window. So there's like 3 of them, I think. One is downstairs on a ladder by the kitchen window. One is on a ladder by the sunroom, by the boys' room. And then there's another guy on a ladder right outside the window. And like I can hear him talking and like moving around. And so I'm like, I don't want to be super loud because I feel like he can hear me too. I don't know, it's sketchy. Oh my god. He's literally right outside the window. Oh my god. Do you guys hear that? I'm so glad the curtains are closed. I'd be so sketched out. Oh my god. Good morning, or afternoon, I guess. It's a little after 10, and the boys are again with my grandma. I feel like they're always with my grandma. But she actually requested that they come over today. I was just gonna keep them home since my husband is off work today. He's had the last couple Fridays off actually, which has been nice family-wise because we've all been together all weekend, but not so nice money-wise because then he's missing a lot of hours. But he ran out. I think he had to go get something for his sister. I know her birthday, it's either today or tomorrow. So he was gonna get something for her. I think he was gonna get Nathan a new game for his Nintendo DS. And I'm pretty sure he's gonna go out to Disc Replay because they have games that are like just a couple bucks. And you know, whenever Nathan like does a chore or like keeps his room clean for X amount of time, or just does like he's like acting really good that week, my husband will be like, okay, like you're this close to like earning a new this, or this close to me taking you out to eat, or just like incentives to get them, like encourage them to do chores and just kind of have like a sense of responsibility. Just now getting home, and we have to turn around and leave again because we're gonna go out to eat for my husband's sister's birthday. So we're going to dinner, guys. Yay! So that's fun, but I'm just like, ugh. I've been gone all day at my grandma's house. Yes, what? Yeah, give me 1 second. I've been at my grandma's house all day because after I got done this morning, I was only gone for like hour and a half. And I went and picked up some prescriptions for my sister because her son was also at my grandma's house. It was just like a party. So I picked up her prescriptions and I went back to my grandma's house, and my sister called. She was supposed to have a job interview and she went to leave, and my grandma's car wouldn't start when she went to leave. We thought it was a steering wheel, so I went over there. My grandma stayed with all the kids. I went over there to try to get the steering wheel to unlock. I thought that's what was happening. But then I was like, wait, the key won't turn at all in the ignition. I'm like, maybe it's the actual like starter or the ignition or something. This is what I thought. Everyone said, no, that's not it. That's probably not it. Even she was like, that's not it. I know that it's my steering wheel locking up because it does it all the time. I said, okay, whatever. Lo and behold, it's her ignition. Elena was right. So she just got her car towed. My sister and her baby are over there now. I don't know how they're getting home, but I couldn't take them home because I have 3 car seats in the back. So I'm taking my 3 home. And then we have to turn around and leave again in like half an hour, 40 minutes. But the sun is shining.
So I was coming out to the sunroom to water my plants, especially that big one. And look. That's the extender piece on top. But my husband got me an easel for my art. I cried. Best gift ever.
What's that?
Well, we're out here at 9:30 at night at a car show that our friends invited us to.
Look at the
Devontae, say hi, vlog. Yeah. Very exciting. Yeah. Look at that one.
You can hear it.
Nice. Come on, Ezra. I like this one. It's cool. Ooh. Look at that. That's nice.
You wanna hold my hand?
Mommy likes this car because it's rose gold and
They
white.
just did that.
Me too.
Rose
I
gold
love
and
this
white.
No, you gotta hold my hand.
That's
I
nice.
love this orange one.
He said, I love this orange one for these cars, but my camera's blurry. Look at that.
Cool.
It's blurry, but that is so cool.
Happy Saturday. It's the next day, and we went to a car show last night, and it was so much fun. The boys were obviously like not a fan of the loud noises at first, but over time they kind of got desensitized to all of the commotion, and it was just a really good time. A lot of people came out. This girl that invited us, our friend, she and her now husband took me to a different car show when we still lived in our old house. The 3 of us went to one, and that was the first time I had ever been to one, and it was really, really fun, and I was still getting to know them. So that was like a really fun experience. But it was really fun, but it was really crowded, and there was like so many people there. It was this giant parking lot of a shopping center out in another city close to ours, and it just
You're not leaving, so I'm gonna kiss.
I'm not leaving.
I'm just gonna give you a kiss.
Okay. You giving me a kiss? Oh, thank you. Elijah's been so sweet since I came home. He's like, Mom, you're so pretty. Mom, I love you. Mom, you're so pretty. I'm like, what do you want? But no, it just was really crowded, and we were all worried that something was gonna happen. A lot of people had their kids out there, but I was just nervous. I was like, I feel like something's gonna go down. An almost fight broke out between 2 guys over in like the motorcycle part of the show, because there was cars on one side, motorcycles on the other. It didn't happen. The 2 guys left, but a little while later we heard sirens. We didn't think anything of it because it was farther down the road. Well, this morning I was looking at the news, and sure enough, a guy died last night leaving the car show. He lost control of his motorcycle doing tricks down the road, showing off, and he died. So it's just, my heart goes out to the family, and it's just such a sad situation. But man, guys, like, it's not worth your life to show off tricks on a busy main road. Doing it in the parking lot with all these other people is one thing, but doing it on a busy road with lots of traffic, like, and he didn't have a helmet. He didn't have like a helmet on either. So I'm sure that's what killed him. If he had a helmet on, he might have survived, but the whole thing is just like so sad. And it was like, when I read the story this morning, I hadn't even gotten to the part where it said like what road the accident happened on, and I just knew in my heart that's the sirens that we heard last night while we were still at the car show. I'm like, someone from the car show died, and that's what happened. So just prayers for the family. It's, yeah, it sucks. Today, we're having some family over. We went to dinner last night for my sister-in-law's birthday, but a couple of them are coming over today, and we're just gonna have like some burgers on the grill. And then after everyone leaves, we're having like a little like date night, and we're gonna do like s'mores and stuff on the fire pit in the back, just the two of us, so that'll be kind of fun. And I changed out of my work clothes. This is my outfit. This is one of my little Shein outfits. Super cute. Got the makeup to match. I definitely did more bold red today because I wanted it to stand out. And then I have these little feathery earrings on. Whew, I'm so full. We just finished eating and I left my phone upstairs, so I didn't film. But I need to clean up outside. Put the grill away, put the chairs away. Can I share the chips with you?
Yeah.
Can you eat some more of your burger, please?
It's melting.
It's not melting. It's probably cold now. It's been sitting for a minute.
My husband got his chips, got those chips. We have sour cream and onion in the dining room that the boys are eating. Buns. We had cheddar beer brats, which were amazing, but we still have some burgers left. And yeah, we've had a good day.